I know I'm fine, but the money
Okay,
makes me.
guys, so there has been a few different things going on here. It is the beginning of this new year, so we are basically all starting over. We had a great 2024. Let's hope 2025 is great to all of us. We're all here for one thing. We like to make money. And if you're like me, you like to play the game more than you even like to make money. I hate to lose money, don't get me wrong, but I love the fact that I'm being right, and I'm being right a very, very high percentage of the time. And how do you do that? You see the title, selling options, how to, make your first $100 a week. Whatever I ended up making this title, I'm going to show you how to do both, and it's very, very simple. So, if you don't have a lot of, I'm going to show you two options. If you don't have a lot of money, for instance, if you're starting with $100, or if you're starting with, say, unlimited amount of money, we'll say $10,000. I'll show you how you can actually start making your first $100 a week. And to me, it always sounded crazy that people didn't think that this was possible. And it turns out everybody else has the other aspect of it. And I want to show you guys how to do it. So there's going to be a couple of different option strategies that you can do here. Of course, you can always buy a stock and hold it and have something like a Palantir that has absolutely done crazy things last year. And I'm thankful that I have been part of that. As of tomorrow, I'm going to be able to sell some of those shares, take some profits off, and I won't have to pay taxes on it come March. I'm very, very happy about that. But what if you can't do that? So there is the SPY, which is the S&P 500, and we're going to go to Robinhood because I believe that's what most of you guys are going to use. If you guys don't know already, there's a free link below, free chat room. Guys, you guys can message me. All you got to do is click on my name here, and you can message me on here. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. But that's new, link down below. More than happy to help you out with that. But with that being said here, we're going to go to SPY or the Qs. I think I actually like the Qs even better. So I'm going to go QQQ right now because I do believe that the Qs are going to have a great coming year. Just my thing. So trade options. You need to enable options if you have not yet. And you can do two different things. Either you have 50 grand laying around, which I know 99% of you aren't going to have. And that's okay. Everybody starts somewhere. I did as well, for instance, but we can go to 7 days out here. I'm just going to show you guys what it would be. And I want to sell, and I want to sell a put. Now, for all of you guys instantly going, I don't have $50,000. I don't need to watch the rest of this video. Yes, you do. It's okay. You don't have to have $50,000 to make great returns on your money and to make $100 a week. You actually really don't have to, and it's something that I wish somebody would have showed me a long time ago. So if I have the 50 grand, I'm probably going to sell this one here. It's $194 actually a week, and if the stock comes, as long as the stock doesn't come down to 500 within 7 days, I keep all 100 and something dollars. Not a great return, but it's pretty safe. You're at a 20% probability here, 80%. I'd probably go even further because that's me, but I wouldn't make this trade either way. You can actually even come up here to make exactly $101 off 49,000. I wouldn't do this trade. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm okay with selling puts in order to get into it if I really want to own the stock. I don't really want to own the Qs right now, but I do think that they are going to continue to go up, and I want to still make my $100 a week. So again, this will all depend on how much money you have. As long as you have $100, I think it's like $100. You'll be able to make anywhere from like $8 to sometimes $12, $15, depending on where premiums are, a week. So exactly what I would do is I would probably find like an 85, 87 in here. And you can do this now, but again, I'm not going to do it on 7 days. You can do this on 7 days. I'm going to show you, but I would do it a different way. And I'm going to show you exactly how I would do it. That allows you to cash flow a little bit more and a little bit easier. So, but if you want to do it every week, this is where we start. So let's go to 494. and I am going to go back, and now I'm going to buy. So now I am going to make $7, and my max loss is 90 bucks. So they are going to hold basically almost 100 bucks, but 90 bucks in collateral here for me to do this. And as long as the stock stays above 494, so let's go with our tool over here, 494, and actually it's lower than that. Right there, that's close as I'm gonna get. As long as it doesn't drop to that in the next 7 days, I keep all $10. Now here's the great thing. If you have $1,000, you're able to do this 10 times, and there's your first 70 bucks a week. Now again, remember, if it doesn't, and the exact strategy that I would do if this trade goes against you, number one rule to this, and this is the exact same rule that I do when I do these credit spreads, and this is called a credit spread. If I do this, I make sure if my premium is $7, if this spread becomes $14, meaning I'm losing $7, which is double than my premium, I cut it. So again, guys, you are right there. And again, maybe you just want to do this and you don't want to have 10 of these open in order to make your 70 bucks. Well, all we gotta do, come over here, and you can make a little bit more. Now you're making $32. You're only putting up, what is your collateral? Your max loss is $365, so $400. And you notice why? Because you got $1, $2, $3, $4 in spread. That's really your difference. You can play around with this. Now you say you have to make 10 bucks that week. You can go a little closer to the money. I don't like doing this, but a lot of statistics say as long as you're at a 20 delta. So I think you're going to be right around in here. You're at a 19 delta, so even better. I'm going to sell this one. I'm going to go back next to it, and I'm going to buy this one. Now, my collateral is only still basically 100 bucks, but now I'm making $13. So it's still basically a $100 trade, but now I'm making $13, and as long as it stays above, again, you're moving this level up is all you're doing, and creating greater risk. As long as it stays above 500, you're for 7 days, you're good, and you keep the money. I don't like this on a weekly. Now, if you wanted to do this on a monthly, now this is something that I'm not going to disagree with you on. So we are going to go sell, and we are going to move this day out to, I would say, even 30 days. 45 days is optimal. So you guys will see the difference here and how much further you can get out. But the difference is it will start trading in 10s or 5s. So let's see, it's not even going to show me it. Let's go to 30 days. I think 30 days it normally shows it. Yeah, here. And again, the market hours are not optimal right now, so this isn't going to be 100% set in stone. If you sell this, the market opens tonight at 5 o'clock for the futures market, tomorrow morning for the rest of the stock market and the options market. So that's where you're going to get this. So chance of profit, let's go here. It's a 8 delta, so you could actually probably go even more, but I like this one. And then I'm going to buy, and remember this is 5, so this is a $500 trade, and I'm going to collect $22 for the month. Now I actually like this one a lot because we just moved our risk. Now we're getting more time with this, but we just moved our risk to a 465. So now if you ask me, I think there's a greater probability that this is going to be a greater profit here and a lot better of a chance of being successful than the 500 or the 505 or the 460, whatever the case may be. This is 465 right now. I like this trade a lot better. Now again, if you only have the $100 that you can trade with, well, let's go up to where it's only in singles again. I don't like this because it's only doing it to 500 and 501. I actually don't like that at all here. You can see that it starts doing it here. So let's see if we can go 23 days out. And again, you guys will have to play with this. A lot of different strikes will pop up throughout the thing. You'll be available to more. Sometimes they do allow it, sometimes they don't. But you're looking at an 80% here, and there's still a $5 spread here. But now you go down to 1. At that 500 level, it looks like there's a lot more. 23 days at that 500 level, which I don't like, but you're going to get more out of it. So if I sell 500, I go back. Now I'm risking $100, and I'm making 18 basically, because it's basically $100 for a dollar spread is what you're doing, and you're taking the spread of $5. You're selling one for $5.18 up here, and then you're buying a cheaper one back for $5. So now your total risk is just that $100 you put up. And again, the golden rule that I have found that works tremendously and helps grow accounts is taking that option. So if it's 18 times 2, pretty simple here, right? You're at 36. So if this option spread becomes worth $36, I cut my loss. I could have made 18, but now I'm cutting it for basically $36 loss. It sucks, but I still have more capital to continue to go with, and that's always the plan. And that's how you win in the stock market, is staying alive. You will always have losses no matter what, unless you are selling cash secured options, which is what I recommend. If you have a couple thousand, I would recommend that by far. Again, I wouldn't go to the Qs. I would go to something like a SoFi, because I personally like SoFi. And if you guys see over here, I have SoFi. I have shares of SoFi. And I do this on a normal basis. I go trade. I'm going to go trade the options. And, I can go 9 days out. And then I can go sell a put. Say because I want to buy these shares. I have the $1,300, or say I have $1,500 in my account. I believe that I want to buy this stock at $14. I'm going to sell it. I basically have to have $1,400 to be able to buy the stock, but I'm going to gain $11. So if the stock doesn't come down to my $14 mark right here, I keep all $11 and I get to do it again next week. If you have a couple grand, I would start with cash secured puts, because I think it's a better plan. It's what I'm recommending my fiance right now. I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever. Make sure you guys remember that. I just manage my own money. I cash flow stocks for my own personal income. Literally, that's what I do with all of the money that I save. I go put it back in. I sell options against it, and then I go put it into tax efficient things. It's my system. It's worked for years. I'm growing my wealth tremendously compared to what I ever thought I'd be able to, and I love it. So with that being said, thank you guys all for watching, and I hope this video helps you.